Go now.
Oh, there we go. Go live.
Now. Go now.
So it's working now. Good evening. We're at the Hungaroring. And it's just started raining. Great fun. So sprints, GT3, 2 30-minute races. Let's go.
Hope you brought your umbrella.
Won't be that wet, will it?
Well, it
Hungaroring is hard and dry.
Yeah, it looks pretty moist.
All those curbs. Pretty moist. Brockies.
Mayo, already round.
Warming up the tyres.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Why?
They both returned to pits, but that's not going to help.
Who's
going to be the next? Oh, 250, who's that? Aussie. He's gone round and in the pits. 81. Who's that? Barters. Return to the pits.
I think
to change their setups from a wet to a dry. I mean, dry to a wet.
Maybe, but I think John, he's pretty keen. He's almost completed his outlap, close. But I think that Merc will, technically should do well at Hungaroring in the wet.
I think the Merc is pretty good in the wet. I could be wrong. I've never driven it. 87, Rain of Fire. Turned around and in the pits.
Alright, John's about to... Well, he's starting his hot lap now. See what he's got.
Let's go, Johnny boy. Number 5. Brocky again to the pits.
Looks like John might be catching up to a few of them here.
John and Albert are all on laps so far.
Alberto, I wonder, that Honda, that would be a bit of a handful, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say it possibly would
looks
be.
like it's a handful for a lot of them.
Yes'm. So what do you reckon is going to be fast here? It should be the Lexus in the wet.
Merc.
Or the Merc.
Yeah, Lexus. Oh, Lexus for sure. Yeah, Merc as well, especially in John's hands. As long as he hasn't had too many cold beverages. He's looking onto it though.
Yeah, he's looking pretty neat.
God, we're getting some stuttering.
You just booted 6 viewers.
Right, there we go.
You always got to just
turn down,
it
up, down, up, down,
on again.
Oh my dear.
And kick it next time.
Did school just invalidate?
Just then.
Oh, he's only 0.97 off.
Yeah, he's not bad.
There we go. Fixed, I hope. So, yep, it's holding. It's holding. Sorry about that, everyone. Very embarrassing. But anyway, we seem to be good now. So, what have I missed then? You better fill me in because I was doing techie kind of
stuff.
John,
and now Barters. Yep. Look at that,
Barters
though. Look at.
Just chucked in a good time.
Del, look at the top 4 though. What do we got here? All front engine cars. Merc, Lexus, Merc.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious the rear engine cars are going to suffer.
Bob, I think you need a restart, mate.
No, it's just no. It should have caught up now. Oh no, it hasn't. It's having all kinds of hissy fits. It's still stuttering.
Your voice is...
Yeah, you're coming in and out as well. I would just restart everything.
You got the kids.
You got 3 minutes.
Kids on the PlayStation monopolising the internet.
That's what I'm gonna go and tell the kid.
Alright.
Just cut the cable, mate.
Next across the line will be Skill. Does he improve? Currently 1.6. 1.4 does
little bit.
improve.
He's only got 2 laps to get in now. And what do we got? Barters.
Yes, Mayo will be putting his first time up on the board now.
Okay.
Let's see what you got, Mayo. What have you got?
Valid lap's a good lap.
Yep, 5.3 off.
3. What do we got?
What's going on with this
27
bloody
John
thing?
next.
Barters.
John take provisional pole again. Evening, Wilco and Dazzler. Don't know if the stream is working. Bob's having some issues.
Yeah, I'm going to do a reboot.
Pity that you couldn't make it, Wilco.
I'm going to do a quick reboot. Anyone hear me? Hear me?
We
Yes.
can hear.
Right, I'm going to do a quick reboot.
Yes. Whoa. 1.8. Oh,
Good
wow.
stuff. Then who's that? Barters is coming across the line now.
Yep. 1.4.
Right.
1.2.
Just on my reboot, it looks as if it might be alright.
3rd time's a charm, Bobby boy.
What's going on? I hate it. I hate it.
Right, so who's out? We've got 47 skill, currently 0.8 off. And, oh, no, he's a second down.
Looks like it was
That's
an OBS issue.
Gonna do what?
Probably. Just in time for the start of the race, though.
Yeah. Apologies, but you
Yes.
will get your race. Sorry.
It's booted everybody, though, I think, because...
Yeah, it's... Oh, 3 people now. I've just kept it on my screen and it's been good. 4 people watching.
Oh, yeah,
They're coming back. They're coming back. They're loyal.
Come back, come back. I'm sorry.
Still on his probationary license.
Oh no, you just lost somebody. Oh, you gained another.
Pooter doing pooter things.
Pooter?
Computer.
Pooter?
Right, so Johnny Boy with a victory
Yeah.
weave.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised. In practice, we saw Brocky do slightly better than what John
Oh,
has.
smash!
That was not in
He's just
the...
decapitated himself.
I mean, Brocky's done well to get the Ferrari up there in the wet, though.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. In practice, just before the qualify, it was not in the rain. And Brocky had a very similar time to this that John has done. I think it was 0.1 better.
Seen Brocky do a 43 in the dry.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that one.
It's pretty spicy. 43, yeah. I think Barters was just almost a second off the pace. But the Ferrari is well suited to this track.
Yeah, it should do alright, I suppose. It's
Just not. I wouldn't
mid.
imagine in the wet it would be fun.
Yeah, no, it's mid. It's mid-engine, so it's not horrendous. Although the Lambo is mid, but I still don't know if they're doing something with the tyre mod or all of that. But because in the wet they made it as if it had shopping trolley wheels on the back, didn't they?
So apparently Albert is going to be racing with one eye.
One eye?
Oh,
yeah.
He poked himself in the eye.
One eye. He's going
one in
to
Cork, one in York.
He's going to be. Oh gosh.
Oh, I
what's
see.
the word
The
called now?
Dennis.
Multitasking. That's the word.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
can that
see, you. I mean,
command?
you women are
Yes,
supposed to
come
be
on,
good at
Nadal.
that kind of thing, and you couldn't even get it out.
No, I could not.
Wow.
I did eventually. It took me a bit. My eyes were darting from the TV to the laptop to the phone as I was trying to think of it.
Yeah, no, you do multitasking better than us. I mean, all I've got to do is get a stream up, and I still can't do that.
It's raining. Anyway, forwards.
Right.
We move
Who
forwards.
shall we focus on when we can change if we want to change?
Well,
Right,
you're
yeah,
gonna
who
have to
should-
go
who
like
shall I go on?
Barters or something. Barters.
Barters in 4th. Right, okay, let's do that. We are centered on
King Barters. Isn't he the reigning champion? GT3 champion?
Yes, he is. Albert took the GT4 and the overall, but yeah, Barters won the GT3 championship.
Yes, the Lexus should be strong here.
So let me just see. Where did that go?
Evening, J Mads. How's it going?
Right, here we go. So, this is the current table. So in the gold category, Brocky is currently leading the GT3s on 100 points. Barters in 2nd on 80. Albert 3rd on 70. Diego is currently 4th on 60. Skill is currently in 5th on 50 points. Madderford 6th on 40. Rain of Fire 7th on 20. Rex has got 15 points in 8th. The Goat has got 5 points, and he's the last of our point scorers in the gold category. Silver, Mayo is actually heading the GT3s for the silver class. Geordie is in 2nd with 25 points, and the Hef is 3rd on 10 points. Obviously, Aussie didn't have his wheel for the first GT3 race, but he's got it now, so let's
10 seconds.
See how he goes, see if he puts himself back at the top of the
I definitely
table.
think John would have been in that points for the gold if he didn't have that DC.
Yes,
unfortunate.
100%. But he's made a statement. He's back on pole again here. So John is trying to boot Barters off the throne.
Anything is possible.
Indeed.
So
indeed.
What are the predictions here?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna have to go with skill. I'm gonna have to go with skill for the win. There we go.
Skill for the win.
Yep.
See, I seem really. I feel that I come across quite biased if I say skill.
Yes,
with number one wag.
Too much.
I try not to, but sometimes I have to, and I'm like, oh, but I'm not biased, people. I'm not.
You are.
She's loyal. She's a loyal fan.
I am very loyal. But I do try and. I was going to say I do try and mix it up, but that doesn't sound very good, does it?
Whoa, yeah, no. No.
Not in that, as in, who could... I'm just going to stop, actually.
I'm digging myself a hole.
Yeah. I don't know how to word it where it's not going to come across that I'm digging a hole. So, you know what? Let's just focus on the race.
Yes, moving swiftly on.
Skill for the win. Let's go.
So, Porter says Geordie for the wild card.
Oh.
We
win
have
for the silver class.
He's in 9th, so actually for the silver class, we got Aussie is sat furthest up the grid.
Is Aussie still silver?
Yeah.
The boys said we'll let him defend his title.
Yep.
So
I think that's fair.
Well, I thought he should have put some big boy pants on and moved up.
I think if he can defend it second time round, absolutely. Get up there, give yourself a shot in gold. But I think he needs to have that opportunity to defend.
Yeah, there were some valid points raised during the week, and I think yes, there were valid points all round. You know that you should be able to defend it. There was also the talk about, you know, a progression thing that you get promoted if you finish top, you get demoted if you finish bottom in the gold category. However, it's what the boys are comfortable racing in. If you're stand out, you know, and winning the silver, yeah, you got to move up. But it's got to be what they're comfortable with. So let's put ourselves into Heli Whopper for the start, because it's wet. There could be a bit of sliding.
I have to be careful into T1.
Yeah, I hope there's no bump and grind, but you never know.
I'm going to look at Albert. I'm going to centre on Albert.
Yeah, on Barters, but
He's
here we go. Rolling up green.
And one for
Here we
me.
go. Quite tightly packed already.
Remember, first lap, boys. Be nice and gentle.
Textbook.
Nice.
Because T1 here is horrible.
It is in the dry, let alone the wet. So, we've got. Albert's moves. We've got a bit of carnage at. Someone looped it. That was Brocky.
That's 1, 2, 3. 3 around. Safety car.
Safety call it.
Safety car.
Get up. Hold up. Safety car.
Oh, hey, look who's out in front.
All right, Skill has got it.
Right, cool. So remember, the boys can finish this early. It is the remainder of this lap and one, you know, at a controlled pace. Or if people haven't got back to the pack, it can extend to 2 laps behind the safety car. So this is all dependent on how the boys bunch this up and how quick they get back to the pack.
If they have a quick look at the replay as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to.
So who did we have? Brocky, John, and Branchy. And was Barters in that as well? He's quite down the pack.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to see what happened to Brocky because.
Right, so
looped it.
There you go. I think that Barters is making his way round because he wants to pit. So he's got damage. This is what the boys have agreed to.
Oh.
There's no pit stops here, so obviously, you know, there's nothing compulsory, so we don't need to worry about that. But Barters is dashing ahead now to make sure he gets his damage.
Yeah, so Skill told everybody stick to the left. Those that need to pit for damage or anything like that, go off ahead. So that way they'll just do this lap, one more hopefully, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, hopefully Bartels will be back up to the back of the pack, which I'm sure he will, because he won't want to muck around.
So John accidentally tagged the back of Brocky into T2, but he redressed like the good man he is afterwards. So it was a bit unfortunate, but in the wet under brakes, bit sketchy.
So Skill finds himself at the front of the pack. He doubles up as the safety car, but obviously he does have the net lead of this race.
So end of this lap is green flag.
Possibly.
If Barters finds himself, Barters is out of the pits, so Barters will be at the back of the pack, and yes, so this should effectively be over with one full lap under the safety car.
Yeah.
So should have caught up.
Barters. No! Brocky pitted as well.
I shall be back. I have a 3-year-old to put back to bed.
No worries.
Right, so there were 2 people that pitted under the safety car, and that was Barters and Brocky. Unfortunately, Brocky has picked himself up a stop-go 30 for speed in the pit lane. This was also discussed that this could be deemed a driver error, and if the pack decides that on completion of this lap they're going to go racing again, unfortunately Brocky will have to serve that penalty under full race conditions.
Are you going to have to practice your pit entries, eh? But I guess in the wet.
Yeah, I mean,
Makes
there's a number of things. I mean, the car could have been damaged and he skidded across the line, but it was something that was discussed, and you know, it was sort of said that if that should happen, the pack will decide what happens.
Oh, to either wait around for him to
Yep.
to hang on to the back of the pack.
But I would imagine by the way they have managed to get this. Well, Diego is well off the back at the moment. So
Who's that right out the back?
Right, so that was someone else with.
Been let
Who's that?
through.
Oh, that was Brocky. They're letting Brocky actually break ahead to serve his penalty.
Oh, okay. So he can come back out. Well, stop go 30 though. That's oof.
Yeah.
Look,
So
that means there's an,
I mean, obviously we're blind here.
yeah.
But this could potentially, depending on what Skill does out this last corner.
Oh, he's going green. No, no, they're not. Sorry, it looked like they were.
Right,
Rolling
so
up.
the boys
So
are
Skill just said that they're
doing the
going to
2
be
full
doing
laps.
one more lap.
Yep. So
So
Rocky
that'll
back up.
give him the opportunity to hopefully tag onto the back by the time that they come back around.
Yep. No, that's. I mean, that's what we decided, that the it would be the pack that makes the decision. You know, they're the boys that are out there racing, so the pack makes the decision when we get going again. So, yep, we fall into the category that this is 2 laps under the safety car. So Brocky is serving his penalty. He's got to make sure he's up to the back of this pack because the boys will be going racing. I don't think Diego had a wet setup by the looks of it. I think he's really struggled out there, and unfortunately the Lambo is the worst in the wet.
Yes. Not ideal.
Right, Brocky's moving. So he's got...
Well, Skill's doing well
and-
to hold the pack up.
Yeah, he's got 1 3/4 sectors to get himself to the back of that pack. All we stipulated was there would be a maximum of 120 kilometers an hour by the safety car. We didn't stipulate a minimum, we just said a maximum, so it's whatever the boys are comfortable with.
Well, it looks like Brocky should be able to get on the back of the pack here before we go green. And he is hoping there's no safety car that leads to a safety car.
Yes, indeed, indeed. We have stated that no move is to be instigated or anything before the start-finish line. So if anyone has an overlap at the start-finish line, be prepared to take a penalty, boys.
Too bad we can't hand him out.
Yeah, in the
Now.
race, yeah, in the server. Right, so
Nah,
Brocky, is he good? I don't think he's going to get up to the
Well,
pack,
he's
but
not, is he?
he's not going to be as far off the back of the pack as he potentially could have been. So yes, he's still at a disadvantage. However, he's still
Right, here
got
we
a
go.
fighting chance.
Going green, and I sense Albert is keen to make moves. Got Skill, got a good jump there, obviously, because he was the one calling the shots. Is that Brian in P2?
That is Brian in P2.
I think Albert's keen, but that Honda, it's going to be a bit of a handful in the wet. Oh, Brian's eager as well. Brian should be good in the wet because all his rally experience.
Yeah, a bit of tail end action.
He's looking strong at the front there, though. Oh, Skill's quick through the kink.
Right, I'll centre it on Brian because then we do get all 3 in the shot.
Oof. He just got a little loose there, Brian, on exit.
Sorry guys, I'm currently away from the room. The kid has come out to use the bathroom, so I'm just watching from Skill screen.
Yeah.
No worries at all. Right, so the one with the biggest nosebleed just now is Geordie. He's up in 5th.
Wow. So that's that wildcard entrant.
Yeah, so
He's doing well.
Joel has called it. He's
Well, let's not, get too ahead of ourselves here. It's only lap 1 under the restart. But yeah, he's doing well, Geordie, especially in the Ferrari in the wet.
right. So Rain of Fire has just dropped off the back of the train. There does look like there's so Brocky's 10 seconds off. That's not too bad
Yeah, he
in
could
the
have been 10
grand
seconds
scheme of
off
things.
and a lap down.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think Diego's going to be a happy bunny. Maybe Bardas should have passed on all of his wet setups.
Oh,
Brian! Oh my God, he held it.
He wanted to show his drifting skills. I don't know why he's taken the John Deere line there for a little bit, but that upset that Merc big time.
Yeah, that was like driving on ice. That was.
Oh,
Whoa!
he's
yeah, he needs to
not
keep it on the
doing
track.
well.
Then again, we can't see the conditions. I mean,
Oh no,
we see the wet and everything, but
it's going to be a handful.
there could be puddles everywhere.
Yeah, aquaplane. That's the thing with this game. It does really well, I guess simulating the rain, standing water and whatnot.
Right, I've just jumped a bit further back into the pack. So John has recovered himself to 6th. He's just going on up the inside of Geordie now. John is back up to 5th. So,
Man
you
on a
boys
mission.
at the front, if you're wanting to make a break, you need to get it done now, because John is coming. And Bardas is onto the back of Geordie now as well. So the boys up front better take note. John and Bardas are coming back through.
We've got Aussie in 4th here. He's doing pretty well. It's got John bearing down on him though.
Let's see where he is. So let's jump in with Aussie and we'll keep an eye on John from the spoiler cam. Indeed, that was Wilco. Yeah, that was some save from Brian.
Where are we at now, Bob?
Well, I'm sat with Aussie on spoiler cam, so we've got Big Bad John knocking on the door.
I don't know. I don't think Aussie's going to give it to him.
No, he won't give it to him
lightly.
easy, but John will huff and puff, and he will try to knock his way through.
Blow Aussie's house down?
Yeah, I was thinking of something to say, but it went.
Just disappeared.
So Aussie did have a bit of a slow lap, the last lap, but I think he's got everything in where it should be, because he's nearly a second and a half quicker on this lap.
I feel for Albert in that Honda though, in the wet. I think he's struggling and might maybe get an on board with one of them after this unfolds.
Yes, yeah. So John is now officially
In the boot.
kissing Aussie's tail.
Oh, he's already set
He's
the move.
gone.
Oh, okay, so Aussie didn't want any of that. Which is a good, safe thing to do.
Yeah,
think about finishing a race.
Live to fight another day.
Now he's got a run on him, so send it back up in T1. No, okay.
Right. So what? Who did you want to lap on board with then? Did you want it
Ooh,
with
Albert. I
Albert
reckon
or?
Albert.
Right. Okay. Let's
Albert
yeah.
in
Let's
the
see
Honda.
what that Honda's like. mean, Albert's inputs are normally very smooth. It might appear to be a bit different in the wet.
Let's have a look.
It obviously needs the ABS and the traction control. They're pretty high for Albert.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
And John is popping up in his radar, so John is on a mission.
Look at that though, Albert's super smooth with the inputs. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a handful. Maybe it was a little bit twitchy, but yeah, look, he's got John right on his hoop now. See him in the mirror.
Okay, I'm back.
We're back. Baby down.
Why isn't he down yet?
Oh, that Honda does look very understeery.
Yeah, it does. Look, John's trying to work out. Oh, Brian's around as well. I think Brian's at a moment. This is all going to bunch up soon. You might want to grab a spoiler cam for that one, Bob.
What for? Yeah, for the move that is going to happen into, I would say, T1. If he gets a good run out here.
Look at John in the mirror. Oh no,
Albert, yeah.
He's making his intentions known. It's going to be a good lap, this one, I reckon.
We do know, I mean, Albert is one of the best defensive drivers out there, it's got to be said.
Oh, yeah.
His car placement is...
yeah, biggest Honda in Hungary.
So Barters has had Aussie just recently.
Yeah, I can see him behind John now while we're in spoiler cam with Albert.
Fierce battle.
Yeah, John's car looks planted.
Yeah, well, it's just a big brick boat. Yeah, where do you make? Because yeah, you know, Hungaroring, it's not that easy to overtake.
No, because it's on the go all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, you're either waiting for them to make a mistake, or you're sending it. Here we go. He's got a bit of a run. No, he's John will play this safe. Yeah, he's just letting him know he's there. And look who's coming up on the back of John.
Yep, here comes Barters.
The three amigos.
Skill is, he's stretching. Skill needs to stretch.
Way out the front.
Stretch those legs, Dino.
Well, I don't think anybody's getting past Albert easily.
No.
Especially John.
So there we go. Did you see Barters was a full second quicker than these two. So these two... Oh, here we go.
He's making him work for it.
He is.
He's got 12 minutes to hold him off.
I don't know if he'll be able to. John is quite persistent.
He is,
and then having Barters as well, because John won't want to lose it to Barters.
No,
yeah, 100%.
Not. But this,
Barters.
Wide.
Trying to psych him out in the mirrors.
Yeah.
I mean, normally, yeah, we would be centered up front, but this is going to be a good battle with these three.
Yeah, you can't leave this, unfortunately. You know, I mean, looks like Skill's very consistent out the front there at the moment, and Brian's doing a wonderful job to keep that car on the track.
He is, and to maintain the same gap to Albert for a number of laps, and Albert is he's coming under very...
looks like he... Sorry, they might be catching up to Brian here.
Yeah, they definitely are, because Brian's starting to come into the shot now.
Yeah. Might be the cork in the bottle.
Aussie's creeping into the frame every now and then.
Aussie as well.
I mean, my timing screen says that Brian's still 2.5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, but Bell was right. It did look like he's appeared in the picture.
Right,
If I'm on Helicam on John at the moment, and every now and then I get a glimpse of Brian or Ozzy in with the 3 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that just where Concertina's?
Oh,
yeah, John.
Is this where John's gonna? No.
I think that's where John's going to go next lap, though.
Yeah.
That's twice. Twice he's had a look.
He's licking the stamp, is he?
I think so.
Every time around.
Rain of Fire's in the pits.
Oh no.
Not sure if
Man
maybe
down.
not properly set up, or maybe not too sure.
Well, the
pressures.
pressures.
Rain?
Oh, I tell you what, that rain's
getting heavier. There is a plus sign, is there? On the...
No, it's a minus.
No, it's a negative.
Minus.
But I don't know if it's just a camera or here we go.
John's got the move up to the chicane. Oh, this is going to be scary.
There
he's
we
done
go.
it. Nice
Nice.
work.
Very nice. Now John is going to go.
Riders might have to be careful through there.
Oh, there was a kiss.
He's spoken.
Oh, there was another kiss.
And there was a turn for Barters.
Right.
No, for Albert, unfortunately.
Albert's around. Man down, man down.
Right, see what this does to the...
Nice rejoin.
See what this does to the scrap. So there was it looked like there was contact from both of them, so...
He's down to 9th. No, 8th.
Oh yeah, he's
Just
got
behind
Geordie
Rocky.
on his tail now. So unfortunately for Geordie, as the faster boys have got up to pace, they have made their way past him. Geordie has fallen from 5th to 9th. However,
no. Branchy! Oh, buddy.
Man down.
Yo.
Ooh,
He's back up and going.
we don't like seeing that.
No.
Mayo's right behind him.
Brocky
Still pushing
up
on.
to 6. What's Brocky got in the Fezzer? We know he's very quick in the dry. Let's see what laps he's doing actually, because he is making his way through. So he's had a 49.9. His last lap was a 50, well, a 51 you could say. Oh, that's Albert around again.
Oh, Albert. Wilco, I don't know if you guys have read this one or not. Wilco says Albert could be struggling with pressures too. You know how sensitive they can get in the wet, hugging the pit wall on the straight.
Yeah.
So he's not having any luck this race, unfortunately.
Well, he's got too higher pressure, maybe.
I don't know. It's
Or if he's trying to cool his tyres down.
yeah, offline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly. It's hard to say. Right. Let's jump up the front because now John has got clear air between him and Brian.
He's hunting his mate down, Brian.
Yeah, if you go heli, you can get them both. Yep. And I don't think it'll take too long for Barters to start appearing into that either.
Yeah, Barters shouldn't have too much damage from that. The contact was light with the little tangle with Albert, so yeah, I don't foresee it upsetting his pace.
You're wanting to centre on Mayo in Helicam. You do get 3 in shot, both Branchy and Albert.
Right, okay.
Heli Whopper?
Bob's second favourite from...
Well, it's the only one. It's the only one that works after you go into the replay. Right, so yeah, there's Albert behind him. Let's see if Albert manages to, because the tyres can sort of be manipulated with your brake bias and such like. Let's see if he manages to bring them back into the window. But yeah, they've missed out, or he's missed out massively, because obviously Geordie is considerably up the road from him now. Brocky is not that far behind Aussie now. And unfortunately for Diego is going to have skill on his tail very shortly. I'll actually jump in with Diego. And we will have a look from his spoiler because we're going to see the top 3 behind him very shortly.
Oh,
Brian was
Brian
almost around.
Yeah, and that has invited John to be on his tiptoes. Just a heads up there, Bob Wilker has also said that the stream is frozen, but still have audio, and then said that it was back. So, might still be some streaming issues for you, bud.
Oh, dear Lord.
We love technology, especially Bob.
Yeah, no, it shows that everything's
Hates him.
still all right. So
Technology does not love him.
I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an OBS issue now.
No, it's a Bob issue.
Bobby's shoe. Just what he wants.
Yes.
It looks fine my
Alright,
end, but
so John is now
Whoa!
0.6
There we go.
behind
There goes skill.
Brian.
what? Skill, what?
What?
Skills now lapped Diego.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said he was around or something.
Yeah, that's what I was
no,
thinking. Like, wait,
he's-
what? Bob, if
He's
you
lapping people.
jump into Brian on spoiler, you've got John right there. He's saying, hello, buddy, I'm going to take you. Same sort of timing. You've also got Albert on the back of Mayo as well. Nope, Albert's had Mayo.
You're sounding very sexual tonight, Bill. I mean,
What?
yeah, it's all about being on people and sharing and.
Mate, it's the drivers, not me. I'm just pointing it out.
Calling it how it is.
Yeah.
So we've got John
you need to talk to your
all over
drivers.
Brian. Oh, and
Hey,
he's
John's gone.
sending it.
John's.
Oh no, he hasn't.
Brian's got the inside.
Brian's
No.
held it.
Wow, good stuff.
Brian don't want to give it up too easy.
Well, they're leaving each other
Playing a bit
room
hard
as
to
well.
get there.
Leaving room, which is good. Good to
Yes.
see. John, is he going to send it into T1? Probably a bit too far back. Oh, we got
I
a
know.
bit of toe out of that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Think
Brian's
it's
pretty
too-
late on the brakes.
Yeah,
Well
he
done.
usually is, isn't he?
He is. He's driving very well this evening, that's for sure.
Yes, what's he running?
Uh,
So he's running
Brocky.
3 and 3.
Rocky's just had Aussie.
Right, so Bardas is 4 seconds back from this battle. We'd keep an eye on that to see if he is closing in. Because, I mean, obviously, as these two start to scrap. Oh, Brian!
Oh, no!
Oh,
John panicked.
Oh, no!
John's almost around,
He's kept it on the grass.
yeah.
pointing the right direction.
Yeah, he tried to make sure that he would avoid anything with
Yeah,
Brian when he was a bit...
that was just a bit unfortunate.
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing untoward.
Right,
Bardas, though, he's
so,
like,
yeah,
I'll have
that's,
P3, thank you.
that's the
Yeah.
closest battle, isn't it?
At the
Just
moment,
now.
yes. Change from Brian and John to John and Bardas after John tried to make sure he wouldn't get collected when Brian had a little moment. But unfortunately, they then had a little bit of a kiss.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys rightfully said, I don't think there was anything untoward with it. It was just, you know, when you're trying to catch these things in the wet, it can bite you. And John was bitten, unfortunately.
Yes.
But for Brian, he's only got to hold this together for this lap, and he's going to take a harder
Oh, don't do it.
second position.
Oh, you've done it.
I've done it. I've done it.
You've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
He's on his roof.
And he has only lost half a second a lap to skill.
Yeah, he's done well, Brian.
Yes.
Oh, he's drifting that thing though. I tell you what, I just had a quick look at him through the right-hander before the fast kink.
So here's Diego now. Brian is just coming up to Diego. It's a shame for the new guys, actually. I mean, it is. The rain completely changes the feel of this game. And if you haven't got a setup that's dialed in, and especially if you're in the Lambo, it's very unforgiving. Yeah, Brian is drifting.
Yeah, he's a bit loose. He's a loose unit.
Right, so that gap between John and Barders is a second. I tell you who's just joined the party, though. Have a look at this.
What's this?
Brocky is on Barders.
Oh no. He's only got a couple of corners left.
Yeah, I'm going to have to jump to Skill because obviously we don't like to miss the leader crossing the line. So just jump back there. So Skill takes P1. Brian, hard fought, well defended, takes P2. What's happened there?
Barders. John, did he?
John yielded over the line and he has promoted Barders to third.
And Brocky.
Brocky to fourth.
Wow,
John
what's that all
takes fifth. So
I think I know what John did that for. Because he accidentally tagged him lap 1. Given that spot up.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm calling it. I've called Skill for the win.
You did?
So Geordie finishes 7th, Branchy in 8th, Albert in 9th. That was unfortunate. Hopefully he's got something sorted for his setup for race 2. I'm hoping that is just down to setup. Mayo brings it home in 10th. Diego brings it in 11th. Rain of Fire finished the race in the pits, I believe.
Yes.
But it's very difficult in the wet. No one could be knocked. They were all out there. They all had a crack.
It was a good race to watch, and I think that safety car worked out very well, especially for viewing.
With about half a lap remaining, Wilco did comment saying that John and Barders were teammates 48 hours ago. Now a last lap battle as rivals tonight.
Yeah.
Most definitely a great top 5 finish. That was just amazing.
Yeah. Well, especially to see Brocky, he was 10 seconds off of the back of the pack when the race got started. To find himself, I mean, even if John didn't yield the position over the line, to find himself up to P5 with the kind of deficit that he had, that is some going.
What will race 2 bring?
Well, hopefully some sunshine, maybe a few of the drivers are thinking.
Yeah, do we know what race 2 is? Are we looking at another wet?
Well, we don't know. It is on variable. It has been put more tilted towards it being wet, but they had the quali in the dry. There's nothing saying that we couldn't have
a quali in the wet and a race in the dry. Yeah. Mix it up.
Now,
it can play tricks on your brain though, because if you go straight from a wet race into the dry.
Yeah, it depends especially what time of day. Let me have a quick look in.
Oh, it's pissing down.
I think it's 3 p.m.
It's pissing down even more.
It's only quali. It's only quali. Hold on.
Look at the.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's going to get heavier and heavier. Oh dear.
Yeah, it sure is. It's going to get flooded.
Let me see if there's a time of day mentioned.
Qualifying is at 3 p.m. and race 2 is at 4 p.m.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be at its heaviest by then. Right. Okay.
Oh, that was.
It's going to be interesting. Rain of Fire out already.
Right. So he was the first out.
Has also gone out.
He's been working on his setup the whole time in the pits. He's ready.
Maybe. You never know.
Well, he's keen. He's keen now. We got John next.
Yes, we certainly do. Followed then by Aussie.
We
And
did
then there's
actually.
Albert.
We actually
Yes.
hit 17 viewers at one stage during the race there,
Oh,
in race 1.
nice, nice, nice.
So, apologies
So
for
Wilco's
anyone.
thinking flooded. Albert is
He's keen.
doing all kinds of things.
He's doing Albert things.
Yeah. Look, do it in quali, don't do it in the race. That's all. That's
Or the outlap.
my advice. Or the outlet.
Uh,
That is part of the race. So get all of your turns, all the rest of it sorted now, like what we saw in Wally 1.
Yeah, as Glenn would say, make sure all your turny bits are turny. Yeah, let's see what
He's
the
not
boys have
wrong,
got
though.
here. So, yeah, John might not be in the best of positions here if he's got considerable pace over Rain of
well,
Fire.
I think he might be slowing down. Is he, John? Yeah, look, he's
Actually,
trying to build a.
Right, Rain of
He's trying to
Fire
be-
is one of our new drivers. I'm going to jump in cockpit with him for this flyer.
Let's go.
Let's see what
Just don't get in his head.
the Honda is like in different hands.
Right.
Be a passenger. Don't get in the head. Don't be a backseat driver.
You don't want to get involved in it. Oh! He's on the limit there on exit. You don't want to be touching the Astro in the wet.
So it does. The Honda does look very understeery, doesn't it, in the wet?
Just full lock and driving straight ahead.
I mean, the wheel work, it's not erratic. It is just apparent that it's got oodles of understeer.
Don't forget those that are watching, driver of the day. We are halfway through it all now. So what we can see in race 2, is that going to make your decision up, or is it going to change your mind?
Wow, good question.
Yeah, a couple of things to bear in mind there was Brocky with the deficit he made up, John with a very hard fight back, up to the pointy end, and then
With Barters
showed
and then Brian.
extreme gentlemanness in if indeed that's a word, to yield the position over the line.
So Wilco says my vote so far would be for the big coconut, Brian.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't go
good,
wrong.
good shout. He did. I mean, to fight and hold
It's not
on.
very often that you do see that. It is, generally the same names that are, especially that top 3 position. So it's really good to see a few other names popping up there.
100%. 100%.
All right, so Brocky, fastest time so far with the 1:51.8.
Right. So who should we jump? Let's keep an eye on Skill, because I'm sure Skill's got more in this. He's currently a second off. Let's keep an eye on his time.
The last quali was 49, wasn't it, John? A high 49.
Yes.
Might be a bit more water on track.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
heavier.
I think there is.
It does.
Did anybody take note of the temperatures?
No.
Yeah, cold and wet.
Yeah. I think that's pretty safe to say.
Cold, wet, and slippery.
Wilco, what are you sorry about? Oh, I get that.
What?
The coconuts.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
good. I caught on to. I knew what you were meaning, but
She's
dream
got a
wise,
lovely set of coconuts. Right. No, that's very wrong, Bob. Very wrong.
Wait,
John
what?
stops. Not John. Jesus, Bob. I'm looking at John. I'm watching John.
You-
Um,
What, and you're
Bob,
thinking about
coconuts
coconuts?
out of the hedge.
Oh, dear me.
No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you to stop thinking about coconuts, Bob.
Right, what's Skill got? Cross the
Change
line.
of
8 tenths up. 152.1 puts him
Oh.
P2.
Not far off.
0.2.
2 for
Very
22.
nice.
2 for
What is it?
22.
That's it, yeah. I'm not fully up to speed with
Was
that. Let's see what Brian
Bill
is.
Lorry?
Is Brian on a flyer?
John looks to be preparing for a flyer.
Yeah, Brian's well off
He's,
at the moment, so he's saving
Getting some
this.
temps in those wheels.
Yeah, he's trying to build a gap as well. Oh, wait, he's got Brocky in
Yeah.
front of him. Yeah, yeah. You might want someone to hunt
Brocky.
down. He's starting his hot lap now.
Yeah.
Right, so Brocky's on his hot lap, and so is John. Or just about to. There we go.
Yep.
John is now on his hot lap. 87 Rain of Fire. How are you doing? So he's 4.7 off at the moment. Let's have a look, see what his time, or see how his time is progressing. He's 1.6 seconds up.
Who's that? Sorry.
Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire.
Oh.
He'll hopefully get him off the bottom there. There's a bit of struggle town. What do you reckon?
1.9. Keep it on. He's nearly 2 seconds up. There you go. Boom. He's off the bottom. He's up into 9th.
Oh, P9,
Well done,
good
mate.
stuff.
Well done. Right, so what Barders? 0.798. Oh, yeah. John and Barders have just both improved.
Oh, John's.
Oh no, his skill. Where's
he's-
skill? Where's skill?
John's almost a
0.255.
second up. Let me tell you that.
No improvement for skill, unfortunately.
No improvement. So next, Brian. Currently. Oh, Brian's bailed. Oh no, has he? No. That was a really weird line.
Wait, Brian in a really weird line? Never.
Oh, no.
John
It's
is
really bizarre.
on a flyer.
Yeah, he's almost
Right,
a second
currently
up.
2 seconds off. What's Brian
Yeah.
got?
I think he might steal
John
the
is
show,
nearly
maybe.
a second up.
Brocky. 51.8.
John.
Oh, he's taken
51.2.
taken 6
Oh, wait
temps
for
off.
this, though. Wait for
Wait,
this.
wait for it, wait for it.
Oh, not good
John,
enough.
so close.
Oh. That was
So
because
close,
Brocky improved by 6 tenths on that lap. So
Yeah, John improved by 9/10 from his previous time.
Albert. So Albert's currently 2.8 off. What's he showing? Oh yeah,
He's going to be
Albert's
last minute
struggling
.com,
here.
isn't he? Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's up, but it's not up where we'd expect him to be. There
I'm
you
gonna have a
go.
look
That's
at
half a
skill.
second.
Skill is green.
Well, I'm gonna have to return to garage, otherwise I'm not going to be able to
Not
jump in other
now.
people. So Albert, this could pop him up to 5th if he's holding the same advantage that he did have.
So
There
he's
we
had a
go.
comment here saying hope drivers have snorkels.
Skill crosses the line.
Yeah.
That's his quali over. 555. Mayo, what have you got? Have you still got something in the bag? It's very tight. Very tight at the back of the pack. We got 3.882. Boom! Takes 9th.
Nice.
Takes half a second off.
Nice,
Brocky.
mate.
Currently 151.288. See if he shows an improvement. John is still on a Oh, he's around.
Oh,
That's his quali over.
Bison.
John, what you got?
Can he improve?
369.
Oh. Oh.
John takes 3 temps off. He
You're kicking
remains in
yourself.
P2. Oh, well
Nice
done,
job.
boys.
Top 4 within a second. Going to be an interesting race.
Yes. No, I think this one is this one's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might centre on Barters.
Right, if
Yes.
you're going to go on Barters, yeah, there's a bit of a gap, isn't there? So the top 4 are all within a second.
Yeah.
Is that almost the same as quali as the last race, except for the top?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Very
the top
similar,
4.
yeah.
Top 4.
It's good stuff.
I didn't take a photo like I usually do, unfortunately.
So Brian,
Right, so she's done well there as well.
Brian hasn't got bad race pace. It's got to be said. Yes, he was caught by John, but he held him off. So maybe he just hasn't got the 1 lap pace here. But he did very well to finish that in P2. He's starting in 7th.
Yeah, he's finding the consistency in the race.
Because it's not, as they say in F1, it's not about Saturday, it's about the Sunday.
Oh, yeah. So the only vote we've got so far is Wilco for Brian for race 1. Anybody else wanting to throw some names out there for driver of the day?
For me, I'm going to go with Brocky so far. Because of, you know, managing to hold it together, serve that penalty, still started right at the back, 10 seconds off the back when they all went green, and then did up with a P4. So it's Brocky for me so far. What about you, Tom?
Cool. It's either Brian or Skill. I'd have to say. So it depends what happens with this race, though, the end of this race, and then I'll make my assumption. But
so where is it for
Brian
you
or
just
Skill.
now?
Brian or Skill.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Bob for driver of the day. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the way you think, young man.
Not going to be racing out to buy a Lambo tomorrow, are you?
Sorry? No, yeah. No, not in the rain.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. And maybe not the Honda either. Maybe race out and get the Mercedes. Get the Merc.
Yes, we are going to be one team next weekend. So, yeah, unfortunately, we've only got 2 cars due to other people's commitments. But, yes, we will be doing a 4-hour Enduro. Is it 4 hours? 3 hour?
You can do 4 hours.
We're doing
it's 4, I think.
4. Yeah, Bob, what are you going on about? You're only racing in it. Why don't you know? Yeah, so, yeah, we've got a Kyle Army Enduro next weekend. So, two new guys are going to be jumping in together in 1 car. And myself and Spam are going to be jumping in another. Let's see what we can do for Reaper.
Kyle Army, what car are we choosing? Or is it a secret?
Yeah, I haven't spoken with Spam yet. I mean...
It's a secret, Steve.
The problem is, like, you go Lambo because it's strong there, eh? Or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, the weather could be changeable, you know.
Oh, no.
I love Helga there. I love Helga.
You love Helga anywhere.
I do. Got a soft spot for Porsches.
I like the Helga too. spicy in the rear end.
She's got a big fat bum, but
Alan
I love
says
her all the
driver
same.
of
the whole
the day
track.
is harder to pick than a broken nose at this stage.
Oh
So
yeah,
it looks like
you don't-
Alan has a few in mind.
yeah, you
So
don't want to.
maybe, just maybe race 2 might be the decider for you, bud. Or it could change your mind completely.
Yeah, you don't want to be picking a crusty broken nose. It's
No.
pretty painful. I would know because I was a naughty boy in my youth, so had many.
Driver of the day is harder to pick than a broken nose at this stage. I like that one, Alan. That's a good one.
You're going
It's
to
very
use that
tricky.
now, aren't you?
Oh, look at that Flexus. Well,
Flexus.
A
yeah,
Ferrari
they're,
Lexus.
they're trying to morph into one. Look, it's a big fat Flexus.
Ah, Glynis, you have graced us with your presence.
Just to take the mick out of Bob.
Yes.
Oh, come on, Glynis. I do drive other cars, just not very often.
Try the Maserati.
Hey, I did have a season in the Lamborghini when we were still on PlayStation.
Season. How many seasons have you raced?
A few.
Couple.
Mainly in the Porsche.
1.5.
Hey, that's picking a dud of a car. I mean, come on. She's not quick. She's got a big bum. She loves to waggle it over curbs.
So you're a bum man.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's the overall shape, I think. It's got to be curves.
All woman. All woman.
Men can be curvy.
They can. I'm very curvy.
And short.
Like a beach
Oh,
ball.
goodness.
No, not that bad, but
I was going to say, that ain't curvy, that's round.
I'm carrying some winter weight. Oh, wait, it's summer.
Very summery.
Didn't get that beach bod in time, did
Right,
you? You
we
can blame
finally
it on
made it.
lockdown?
We finally made it.
Here we go, here we
Alright,
go.
here we go.
So we're centered on Barders for the start. Let's see what the boys got. See how feisty everyone is.
Better put myself into heli whopper, hey.
Green
And
flag,
we're
let's
off.
go.
We're off. Oh, Albert's
we've
trying
got 3
to...
wide. Nah,
Oh,
skills
dear.
Covering him. Oh,
Whoa!
late on the brakes for Albert.
Yeah, no, it looked like he
Tell you
let
what, he's
off.
pulled it up.
Looked like he
How?
held his brakes and let off just to dart up.
Wow,
Brilliant.
what a start from Albert. Oh, and we've got John sending it back on Albert.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The
Albert's
Barders and
around.
Albert again!
That's
It's only
two.
two. It's only two.
It's only 2.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah,
You
we
got to
did
fight
it.
your way back. Got to fight your way back. It had to
Wow.
be Albert and Barders, didn't it?
That's what they say at Hungaroring, though, isn't it? It's T2 that gets you. Always.
Alright.
Right.
Rocky, Skill and John up the front with then a
Yes.
2-second gap back to Brian, who then has Branchy, followed by Thunder, or Aussie I should say, followed by Mayo, followed by Diego, followed by Geordie, Rain of Fire. So, oh gosh, 4 down through to 10th is quite squished.
Squished. I like it. I like
Oh, they're
squidgy things
squished.
too.
Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna maybe have to focus on.
Yes, that's where I am. I'm actually on Aussie Thunder at the moment. And...
I just picked to him.
Ooh, he was having a go. He wants that he wants to be back at the top of the silver standings, doesn't he? Brian is waggling his tail like a boxer dog. So the whole thing is moving, not just the tail.
Albert up into P9 already after that little entanglement. But it's not quite there just yet, but definitely coming up onto the back of Rain of Fire.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on those gaps, and yeah, I'll jump back there actually. So, I mean, this battle here with these four, I don't think it's going. Well, there's 5 of them now. So Diego,
my screen.
Diego is actually there. So he's obviously made a couple of changes to that Lambo, and he's holding on to these boys at the moment. Right, so let's go back to Rain of Fire.
Oh,
Barders. Oh, Barders was going to have a look. He's backed out of it.
Brian just got mobbed.
yeah.
Oh, as I've jumped.
100%.
Right, okay. Here we go.
He's lost
Barders.
2 positions in one corner.
Yeah.
Barders up the inside now. Barders has got the move done. See what he's got in clear air. So he has got a little gap up to Geordie.
So you got Aussie Thunder, Bob and Branchy there.
Yeah, Aussie wants Branchy, that's for sure. And Brian's not far behind.
Brian did well there, racing close together with other guys on a wet track. It's not easy.
No, it wouldn't be.
So unfortunately, he's lost 2 positions, though. 4th back to 6.
Yeah, he lost it in one corner because obviously, I think it was Branchy centred on him, and he had to sort of leave him racing room, and then Aussie just snuck up the inside with Branchy, so he lost 2 in one corner.
So the wily old Aussie is
I'll have that.
making his magic work.
Oh, he's cut a nice line through there.
Lovely. I think he didn't get back on the juice as quick as he possibly could have done.
This is where Hungaroring is really tricky.
Yes.
So you can just never find any room.
Yeah,
he's
around.
Branchy.
Oh.
Yeah. Big hit.
Oh.
Oh no!
No, he's gone round.
We've got
Yeah.
three. We've got 3.
Is it 3? You're going to have to call it if it's 3.
We've got 3.
Is it 3? Yeah, 3
Yes.
yellows. 3 yellows. Call it.
Safety car.
Dude's
Safety
at
car.
the front. Brocky, is he in the chat?
Oh, one of them's bailed.
Oh, are we doing safety car then or no? What do we do when one bails?
Yeah.
Oh, they've slowed down. Brocky's slowed down. We're just committing to their
Yeah,
safety
because I
car.
already called it.
Yeah. Oh, one's gone.
Right,
Who
so
was that?
I mean, I would imagine from this we're only going to see 1 lap.
I'd say so.
No. Who
I
was
don't know
that?
who
Yeah, it would
bailed.
have to be 1 lap. Because we've got Rain of Fire, Mayo. Oh, it was who was with Aussie? It was
Whoa, Albert.
Branchy.
Albert, what are you doing, bud?
It was Branchy that left. I think he just got on the gas a bit too soon to go back on track and
Yes, it
Branchy's
is.
Gone.
Yeah.
in the path of oncoming cars.
It is difficult.
Has Albert
is.
just got
We've
a
already said
bit
this, but
too much damage? Maybe that's why he's. Well, Barters is in the pits. Oh, she's not having a good race.
yeah. So Albert is just come around the last couple of corners now. Diego is also pitting. Right.
Who's that right at the back?
That's
Albert's in
Albert.
the pits as well.
Albert had a spin
Just want to watch that replay.
midway round.
It's exactly what I'm doing. As you said it, I clicked into it.
Yeah, it was the Lambo that got caught up in that, I think. Yep, Lambo straight into Albert.
Oh. Yeah, so that
And then-
explains why
Albert's 92.
Diego.
See, I don't know if the boys have been. It is hard. Like, it doesn't matter in the wet, really, but holding your brakes when you're bouncing off walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's hard though.
If the cars slide in, it's...
Oh, so there was 4 involved. 4 cars involved.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, we made the right call then. I mean, we were
Yeah.
and ahhing, but... Right, that's Albert's damage repaired. He is back out there. So, right, Diego will probably have sizable damage, I'm assuming. He's still sat in the pits just now. So Bardas isn't quite up to the pack yet. I mean, we stated this in race 1.
Diego's coming out now.
I was going to say Diego's still stationary, but stunned to move.
Yeah, it's the pack that makes the decision. So Bardas is up to the
Rocky.
tail now.
Well, I don't think Diego's going to be able to manage to get up on the back of them.
No,
No.
and I wouldn't
at
imagine Albert's going to be honest. But
True.
remember, it's if the majority of the pack are happy to go racing again, it will only be 1 lap under the safety car.
And Brocky's got that call to make.
Yeah, I think they make it as a group.
Yeah.
But everyone's got to be happy, or the majority. Sorry, I mean you're never going to please everybody, but
No, that's just not how it works.
and Albert in the chat right now, obviously, he will 100%. Oh, I can't even get my words out. Come on. He will 100% be saying, no, wait for me, guys. Wait.
Yeah, but he's not that far behind them.
I just want to send it on you. I want to play.
Looking at Brock, it looks like they're going the second lap.
They're doing the second full lap.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, what's another lap, and then you get everybody involved in it.
Yeah, no, 100% Wilco, no, you're dead right. So, yeah, everybody did hold the race for that second lap for Brocky to get, well, he wasn't 100% with the pack, but they gave him every opportunity to get to the back. So,
yes.
No,
so if that's top go 30.
Well remembered, Wilco.
Self-inflicted.
So here we go. So Diego.
He's a man of many talents.
Diego will be with
line.
the guys.
Yeah, 100% he will be.
Then he spins out.
No, don't get in there.
I mean, none of us like to see the safety cars, but however, this system does seem to be working.
Yeah, look, I think the 30-minute race it's borderline like 2 laps gone, depending on which track it is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the race time, but we've got to think about everybody's racing enjoyment. I mean, we can try to dissect this after the race, when we've got a few guys in the chat, and see how they feel about it.
That's it. It depends on if they agree as a whole, or close to a whole, that they recommend it, because they're the ones out on track.
There we go. Diego is at the back of the pack now.
Ready to go.
Good boys.
Yeah, you should be able to pick up the pace a little bit. What was it, 120?
Yeah, they should be able to.
Maybe not through every corner.
Yeah, no, definitely not every corner.
Cruise control, 120.
Have fun. No, there'll be another safety car. There'll be more than 4 involved, more than 3 involved.
They just got to remember they're not ghosted.
Yes.
Yeah, so no funny business.
No, because it's all looking pretty clean. So I wonder how their tyres are going though after all this.
Oh, they're going to be colder. Oh, there was a kiss up the back as well.
Yeah,
was there?
Albert is a bit of a concertina accordion effect there. All checked up. So here we go.
So
T2, is it on at T2?
So for the start of this one, we've got Bardas and Albert out of place.
Okay. Alright, meanwhile at the front we've got John who's got a run on skill. Skill's got covering his inside line. Smart move. Because
Oh, there we go. So Brian with Aussie going wide has made a position.
yeah. So
But
that
Rocky-
Brian MP4 at the moment.
Brocky was like a cat on the
Just
hot
taking
tin
off.
roof. It's like, green light? Yeah, I'm going. I'm off.
See ya.
Oh, we've got a spinner. Rain of fire.
Oh no.
Obviously, everyone's tyres are not going to be...
Oh, he's not having any luck.
Doing some donuts.
Yeah, he was a bit. He's back on the black stuff.
Right, so the top three currently, Brocky, Skill, John. Brian isn't that far behind, and he's got a wily old fox in Aussie Thunder chasing him down.
You definitely got some pressure.
Yeah, that's probably one to watch, isn't it? Aussie and Brian.
Yeah, Javier.
Mayo
Javier
Mayo
up in
and
sixth.
Barters. Yep.
Nice job, mate.
So Javier is actually not doing too
Oh,
bad in the
Barters is
silver
just-
category, and this is going to do him
Barnes
some
has
good.
just had Mayo.
Rain of Fire has had another spin, and he is in the pits.
Yeah.
So the wet races are not going to be proving themselves popular for our new guys, I don't feel.
No, depending on how long they've been racing for as well.
Yeah.
You know, if
How much
they haven't
practice?
been racing for very long, sort of thing. Being a wet race is quite tough.
Oh, very much so.
So, and he has in fact retired. He's left.
He has. But hats off to you, mate. You gave it a crack. That is all we
Absolutely.
can ask of everyone when
Exactly.
it's like this.
Not easy.
So this top three, it's
Who's on the back of Mayo? Albert
it's
on the back of
staying.
Mayo. You can get 4 cars in shot in Heliwapa. Mayo.
Albert going around the
Oh,
outside.
yes.
Oh, you
Oh,
didn't leave
Mayo.
Mayo much room there, my friend.
No, he
Pinched him.
didn't at all.
Mayo was on the curb.
And unfortunately, that has put him to the back of the pack.
I reckon him
That's a
and
shame.
Diego are going to have a bit of a scrap. And Geordie.
So yeah, Mayo lost out big time there. He's at the back of the pack now. So as long as he can stay with George and Diego, he's got the opportunity to make a couple of passes. Right, it looks as if Brocky has stretched his lead slightly. Let's have a
He's not running
that he
away.
has.
let's have a lap in Brocky's car.
Just watching it centered on Barters, but going to change it to Aussie because we've got Brian, Aussie, and Barters all in shot.
So yeah, I'm in car with Brocky at present. He's our current race leader.
Barters just had Aussie. Oh, who was that off? Brian.
Brian.
Yep. I'm taking a bit of a John Deere
Oh,
line and he's now behind
the contender
Aussie.
for driver of the day.
Oh, John's right on the back. Oh, John. Oh,
John centered on around the outside.
yeah,
Round
round
the
the outside. He did it. Oh, round the outside. No idea how he did that.
The
But
skills.
nice.
Yeah.
Very
he's
clean.
left him room.
Yes. 100%.
Now we just need skill to get that spot back. John's on a mission though.
Tell you
He
what,
is.
Brocky's a very handy driver.
well, he's obviously proving that.
So Wilco just said, got the dry fuel map on yet 7 ABS and 5 traction.
Yeah, so he's going full beans with a few assists to tame it.
Help him out.
But although the traction control in the Ferrari, people do normally have that set pretty high.
In the dry.
There we go. So he's gone faster again. Yeah, he's definitely stretching his legs. 51.9 compared to everyone else is on low 53s or thereabouts. Right, so where's the battles? So it is between Skill and John at the moment. That is our
at the moment that's the closest. So I'm just trying to see if no, we're not going to get anywhere with more than 2 cars in a shot, unfortunately.
No, not.
No,
at
it looks
the
like John's gapping Skill ever so slightly. He's on a mission, John. He's driven really well. Unfortunate first race at T2 there.
Yeah, but what a gentleman. I mean, you get to the end of the race, he's fought really hard to get himself up on, you know, the podium, and then he's conceded those positions over the line.
Yeah, he John's he knows his stuff on track. Etiquette.
Good stuff. Yeah, you're right. He is starting to stretch that a little bit on skill. So Brocky's last lap was a 51.9.
Johnny's here.
Let's keep.
Let's have a look at John's lap. Like this lap was quick of his, and he's green.
Half a second up, but he's done the overtake on this lap, hasn't he? So it's not a full clean lap.
I'm pretty sure it was this lap.
Right, 51.9 from John.
Because it was T1, wasn't it? Notice
with an overtake. So, what did Brocky get?
I think that was the
T2?
right-hander.
Brocky's he's going faster and faster. He did a 51.6 on that lap.
Brocky.
Yep.
I think John's going faster and faster as well.
So Skill's just done his fastest, 152.5 with his last lap.
Right, okay. So, yeah, the two pace setters here, it's Brocky and John. We've only got just under 10 minutes left of this race. The rain is getting lighter.
Brian's just gone wide on his last turn that he had.
So let's have a look at John's delta.
Oh, Brian is coming up close to Albert's bottom. Especially on braking.
Right, so yeah, John's looking as if he's on for about the same as his last lap. It all depends on what Brocky's doing. So this could be down to what happens in the conditions in the last. Oh,
apparently it's going to lessen the rain.
Yeah, but I mean, who does that give an advantage to?
Yeah. You've got Brian on the back of Albert.
We have.
At the moment.
So yes, this is the closest battle we have at present.
What's that braking? Very late breaker.
Actually, yeah, I didn't have a look at that. Wilco said to have a look at John's.
Oh, see?
Oh. Very late on the brakes.
Real late breaker. But he does it every time. He's very consistent with late on the brakes, and he manages it.
He likes going deep. We'll leave that one there.
Yes.
7 minutes.
So this is a scrap you wouldn't normally see, in actual fact.
One's
Brian
and Albert.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian with a second in race 1. He's going to want a few more points out of this one, I feel. See how he's... Yeah, he's managing to pull that car up fine.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick jump forward. Let's have a look at what Wilco was talking about. Let's have a quick look at how John's got his very low. See, he's running 2 for traction control. To be honest, I think you can get away with that in the Merc. And 3 on his ABS. That was the only thing that stands out to me really is the ABS. Because I think the Merc is not too harsh on you in the wet. I'm not at 100% on that, but if someone does know that drives the Merc or has driven the Merc, let us know.
Might be best asking John Skill or Brian that one.
So John's up at the moment. He's looking like he's on for a mid 51. Let's see what.
But
Brocky
he's not gaining on Brocky.
Yeah, let's see what Brocky did on his last lap. He was a 52 flat.
Ooh.
So they've got very similar pace.
Oh.
What are we looking at, Belt?
Brian went a bit wide and then got a bit slidey and gone a bit wide again.
That's just him pulling the handbrake. Feels at home.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if he's having excursions, he's doing remarkably well because Albert is not getting away from him.
No, he's definitely not. But I'm not too sure if Albert's got a proper setup or if it's just the Honda's struggling with the wet.
Yeah, I
would say that Honda is a handful.
Yeah, she's twitchy, I think. So in the wet, it's not going to be pleasant.
She's super twitchy.
I think it's one of those cars that it has a lot of understeer that turns rapidly into oversteer.
So Wilco says, I prefer running lower traction in the wet, 2 to 4, and just use the throttle control rather than relying on the traction.
Yeah, but you're
way
a
quicker.
Freak, Wilco.
Oh, here we go. Brian. Nope.
He
No,
might,
just that late braking.
He might have
T1.
a look at T1.
Yeah.
It's got some legs, so the Honda, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's keeping him out of touch at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's T2. Well, he's giving him the
He's
flash.
flashing.
Ooh.
He's flashing.
As a coming!
There
Yeah,
he
here
goes.
we
Whoa! No!
Love tap. Hello.
All right, let Albert, Brian, you got to let him pass, buddy. I feel. Yeah, well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
He
Get
is.
back on it. That's what we want to
It's a bit
see.
ambitious.
If yeah,
on the brakes.
but if there is anything like that, we want to
has
see
been
it.
welcomed in. Now
Yes,
you got
he
3 in
has.
shot. Oh, Brian got a bit wide again. Not too much though.
Right, what's going on at the front? So
Not much.
Brocky is coming up to complete his 13th lap. John's still in second after getting the move done on skill a few laps back. Barders is holding it in 4th.
He was in the entanglement, wasn't he? For
Yes.
the 4 vehicles? Yeah.
Yep, so
'Cause it
he's
who
done
was
the
it?
same as Brocky. From race 1, Brocky managed to recover to 4th. And
so far
it's
he's
looking like the
recovered
same
the
for
fourth.
Barders.
Because it was Albert, Barders. Who else was there?
Diego.
Yep. And Branchy.
Yes, correct. Unfortunately, that was the end of Branchy's night. Right, so yeah, this is the closest sort of group of cars we've got at the moment. And like you rightfully said, Belle, Diego is keeping them honest at the moment.
Yeah, because as soon as they start to battle, he's going to start closing up on them.
He's doing well in the Lambo as well, Bob.
Oh!
Whoa!
How?
He's...
How does he save that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's Brian.
But I think that
Diego.
That put the fear of God in Diego.
Oh!
Albert!
What the? That scared me. Brian, Albert.
I'm gonna have a look.
He's just looped it on his own, and Diego's just picking up spots left, right, and centre.
Goodness. All right, I'm gonna have a look to see what happened to poor Albert.
Right, leader on the final lap. Yeah, he's got half the pitch straight on John. John's got a third of the pitch straight over Skill and Barders. Barders is chasing Skill down. 1.5 seconds.
Okay, yeah, he just spun.
Yep.
He just looped it.
Yeah.
Just talking about the Honda being not so handy.
Yeah, and it was pretty much in that heart attack place. Couldn't really see it until you were there.
Yeah.
Right, so I think 1.5 seconds is a bit much to ask for Barders to make up on this lap, but I'm sure he's going to be giving it his damnedest.
Anything is possible.
No, it's stretched. Skills managed to stretch by 0.3, or at least that's what the scoreboard is telling us.
So Diego and Brian are very close. I think Brian was just giving him a bit of a flash.
Hold on to it, Diego. That's a hard 4.6.
He's flashing.
If you manage to keep hold
Brian.
of that.
Yep.
And that Lamborghini's a handful, is it? Oh, whoa. He had to hit the skids there to save it.
Yeah.
He's still got the position though. Good stuff.
Yes.
Brian
And
did well
he can't be blamed for that. There was a touch, but Diego was on the curbs, and Brian gave him a knock on the window to say, "Oi, hello." Right.
I'm flashing.
Sorry, Brocky. Sorry, Brocky. Well done, mate.
Good
Awesome
stuff.
race. Awesome race. John, P2. Good scrap back there with Skill, who will take P3. Barders, well done, mate. P4. Good recovery. Aussie Thunder brings it home in 5th. So that should see him go back to the top.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian just tagged the back of Diego, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's going to put him right at the back.
that's a shame, because Diego was on for a very nice finish there.
Yes.
So Brian finishes in
was.
6th. Well,
Yeah.
let's see what happens later. Geordie in 7th. Albert takes 9th.
Geordie in
Diego
7th.
takes
Good race by Geordie there.
10th.
Look at Brian drifting it.
So we'll have to wait and see if anything is said, if anything's reported, but that is how the race has finished at this time. So,
Good stuff.
let's have a...
You're going to have to say Brocky for driver of the day then.
Yeah,
With
I
the
think
fight
so.
back from race 1.
for me. Yeah, and
What's everybody else's thoughts?
that will extend Brocky's
I'm gonna have
lead
to
at the
agree.
top. That will extend Brocky's lead at the top.
What did Barnes come with race 1? Because he had similar to Brocky, didn't he? But on both?
Yeah, I think Bardas was unfortunate in both races actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has been.
He had a
but
rough
I think
one.
he finished 4th in both times, didn't he?
It was a rough
So
night.
I'm
might
torn
have done.
between Brocky and Barters. Wilco has said Brian has lost my vote for driver of the day. He now thinks John, only because of the sportsmanship he showed in race 1.
Fair
Brocky a
call.
real close second. So race
Yeah.
1 was E3 for
Can't
Barters.
beat that, really.
I'm
Good
torn
speech.
between Barters and Brocky.
Good speech there.
Yeah, it was a bit
Barters and
unfortunate
Brocky.
for Alan for Diego, unfortunately.
There's too many to choose.
Yeah, that brings
Have we got another Brocky for driver of the day?
this race weekend to an end, but I hope you all enjoyed it. That was phenomenal racing. Let's see who we've got jumping in with us.
No one at the moment.
Who's in here? It's just us three just now.
So I think it's Brocky for driver of the day.
So we've got
we've got another John.
Well done, Brocky. Brocky driver of the day from Alan.
John driver of the day from Porter.
So that's 1 for Brocky. I said Brocky. So it's 2 for Brocky, 2 for John.
Notice you said Brocky, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep.
So 3 for Brocky, 2 for John. But no, 100% Wilco. I mean, the sportsmanship to redress that over the line. So you're going for John. Right, so they're tied at the moment.
We need one more person. Who's watching? Driver of the day. Who's it going to be? Who's going to split it up? Who's going to make the call? First to comment, go. You have the power.
Bit to Brocky because I took him out in the first race. I felt bad. He probably would have won 2 from 2 there, most likely.
And there's that sportsmanship again.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
All right, driver of the day then.
Flipping hell.
Good stuff.
Right, so do you want to ask the boys about race 1 belt? And maybe Tommy, you ask the boys about race 2.
Who came where? Quick, whisper it to me. P1 was Skill. I remember that because Notice called it. So Skill, because I can remember where you came. How was your race?
Yeah, it was pretty good. pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet, yeah. A bit boring up the front there.
Yeah, well, no, I just had to concentrate, made me tired.
Yeah.
And we have to ask, how is the Merc in the wet?
Yeah, well, it's a Merc. It's good everywhere.
It's a dream. Wow, it's
There's
good.
your answer, Bob.
The works driver.
Nice.
There is your answer.
Nice.
Who was P2?
That was Brian.
Brian. Is Brian in? No, Brian.
No, Brian.
No, Brian.
I'll speak for Brian. Brian would like to thank John for his setup for the match, and yeah, he'd probably like to thank his beer sponsor too. And yeah, Brian done real good to get second there.
Yeah, he did really well to hold on to that.
Yes.
So
and it was Barters for
tangle,
P3. Who usually does Barters? Is that you too, John, or is that Albert?
Yeah. Barters. I'd like to thank myself, and no one but myself. Yeah, it was a good drive. Yeah, I done good. I done awesome. And yeah. I'd like to thank you for doing the stream too. I don't know if Barters says that, but I'll chuck that in.
Well, he never jumps in. He's Mr. Elusive. No,
And
well
you know
done,
what?
gents. Well
We
done.
just got our call for driver of the day come through. Thank you, Diegos.
Drum roll.
So
All right,
yeah,
race
notice
2.
race 2. Yeah.
Well, so P3, who was that? I completely forgot. That
Skill.
was
Yeah, it
Skill.
was good.
Skill. No, I don't know, you're just struggling with the car there, that race?
No, I
John
was
had
getting
all.
tired at the end there. Just losing
Right, okay.
focus.
Yeah. But other than
No,
that,
it's
nice solid
tricky.
P3.
Yeah, those
Kept
other
it
two
safe.
were definitely quicker than me.
Yeah, John was on a bit of a mission there.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I think John with the P2, race 2. How was that, mate?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was all right. My car was slow with the windscreen wipers on, so I really had to get past Skill to turn them off and find a bit of pace. I know that
Right.
What?
sounds
So the
funny, but
winds
it's true, okay? I've got
they've
my
gone
tinfoil
that
hat
much in
on.
detail. Have they gone that much in detail, John? That it affects the aero when you got the windscreen wipers on.
No, I would like to say it's power wise. You're losing a bit of power from the window wipers, but I
I think I've
find,
heard this before.
yeah, you struggle. It's not power wise. It's more like, I reckon, frame rates. Like it gets in way of the apex
Ah,
and stuff like that. I don't know. I just always seem to go quicker without my wipers on, but you can't do that behind anyone.
in the spray, yep.
You could give it a go, I just don't know how good it would be.
Oh, I did give it a go,
It
but
might be
yeah,
a bit like Geordie's passenger driving on Friday night.
it's doable. Like near the end of the race, it was more doable, but out the start, it was pretty wet. And when we done the safety car, the track got a bit more wet.
Yeah,
It
not
was
that.
good, but the safety car sort of helped some of the boys come back in.
Yeah, it did.
That was good. Everyone did well there. That looked
Yeah,
awesome from the stream.
I don't know what happened behind me, but it didn't look like no one kamikazed it from God knows how
Nah.
far back to take out Barters that race, so that's a plus.
No one did a Bottas.
Yeah.
No.
Mm. And then we got P1 with Brocky. That was
Who
a good
also
race from you
has
there, mate.
driver of the day.
Yes. Double trophy. How was that,
It was
mate?
good. It was good. A lot of concentration needed. I was trying to redeem myself in race 2 there. Getting sort of left behind a bit after the safety car in race 1. So it was the car felt great and was just putting down consistent fast lap times. So it just kept nudging ahead, 1 or 2 tenths a lap, which was just enough to keep John where he was.
That's key, isn't it? The consistency. No, job well done, for sure. And in the Ferrari in the wet, I'm sure it was would be a handful for a lot of people. So, because all those mercs trying to hunt you down. But did well there.
Mate,
Yeah,
the
thanks.
Merc ain't OP in the wet.
Sorry?
The Merc ain't OP in the wet, mate. The Ferrari's just as good.
No, that was really well
No.
done. I mean, the reason that Brocky took driver of the day there, obviously, I mean, John even handed it to him when when we asked for a deciding vote. There was a deciding vote that came in anyway, but that recovery, you were actually 10 seconds off the back of the pack when the race came back under greens in race 1, Brocky, and to come all the way back up to, you've eventually finished 4th because of John handing the positions over the line, but that recovery with the gap that you had to make up, that was awesome. And then you just looked so comfortable in race 2, but that was well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, race 1 was a bit of a surprise with what happened at lap 1, but it just accidents happen. It's not like John deliberately did anything. He as soon as he hit me, he slowed up, apologized, and then he waited for me to get back ahead of him when we were under safety car. But I had a glitch when I was going through my MFD while I was in the pit lane. And I flicked to turn off tires and stuff, and it went up and it turned off my pit limiter.
Oh, no.
Right.
So then I got the stop go 30, but I ran that whole first race with pressures in the mid 32s, and
Ooh.
I was just
Balloons.
I was absolutely on the limit, just trying to push like 49s and 50s, 1 minute 49s, 1 minute 50s, just try and catch up as best I could. I didn't expect to get up to 5th or 4th, so
You've done a
was
great
good.
job, mate.
No, really well done.
Once
But no,
again, so then.
something's got to be said about John's sportsmanship in both well, yeah, it's from the first race actually. The sportsmanship you've shown tonight, John. Hats off, mate. Very commendable. That's what we tried to found this league on, was that sportsmanship. And mate, hats off to you. Not many people would do what you did in that race. Brilliant. And I mean, the league is yours, and you're still
You got to lead
showing
by
that.
example, Bob. You got to lead by example, mate. So,
No,
yeah.
well done, buddy, well done. So,
So in my defence there, 1 sec, I thought Skill was coming in hot, like he wasn't going to hit me, but I braked later, and instead I should have went outside, but I went inside, so it sort of left me nowhere to go besides into Brocky. I was smashing down gears, trying to pull it up, but it just wouldn't stop, and yeah, unfortunately,
It's that psych-out tactic.
yeah, Skill psyched me out. He was that close. I'm like, I'm going to brake a bit later. Then it's like, oh no, I'm not going to stop.
It happens.
No, well done, mate. Very commendable. And it's what we all love to see in this league. The gentleman drivers that we've got out there, I think it speaks volumes. It's brilliant. I'll close the stream down now. Thank you ever so much for everyone that joined us. Sorry about the hiccups at the start, technical difficulties, but we got there in the end. Great night of driving. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week for the GT4s. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you where we are. We will be in the GT4s at Brands Hatch for 3 20-minute sprints.
That'll be a good one.
Oh, nice.
So we will see you next week. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Have a good night.